Melbourne have signed Sean Bloor. Now, it's another one that Craig Bellamy's going to get the best out of, Sean Bloor.
He's a good kid, Sean. He was
He's talented.
He was in the Panthers system. He was only young. I think he just had his first full-time off-season when I left, but always a prospect. Again, he had a lot of good young players in front of him, and he moved to the West Tigers, and he's had an injury-riddled sort of career up to this stage. He's also a player that's pretty harsh on himself. He's his own worst critic, and I think he's maturing. I actually spoke to him during the year at a lower grade game out at Lidcombe Oval, and he was just a different kid. He's grown into a man, so he's ready really to kick on. So that's a good pickup for the Melbourne Storm.
Of course, he arrived in Melbourne on the back of a player swap, if you will, for Justin Olam, who's gone to the West Tigers. Tom Eisenhuth at the Dragons, Jordan Grant at Penrith, George Jennings was released, Jaden Nikorima Catlan, and also Tarek Sims has gone to Catlan. Did you see that tackle that Tarek Sims put on the other day?
Yeah.
Oh, fair dinkum. The bloke won't be running across field ever again.
No.
He just went bang. Yeah. He nearly buried him into the ground.
There's nothing gentle about Tarek.
No, he's not subtle at all. Of course, Ryan Papenhuyzen, another one who we should sponsor.
Yeah, well, we saw him in their first trial of the season the other night. He only played half a game, but it was good just to see him get out there and run, scored a late try, but was energetic during the course of the game, did his job, and that's just a confidence builder for him to get back into it. And they're going to value having him back in the side. That puts their spine back together.
Hasn't lost any pace.
No, he's always quick. Bones heel, mate. It's Melbourne Storm. Great coach, great players. Probably don't have the depth of talent that they've had in previous seasons. I don't know that they can afford too many injuries, particularly to key players, but every club's in the same boat. I mean, I watched all the trials on the weekend, and most of them are they're virtually reserve grade trials and depth trials, and a few of your players that need a few minutes, you get them out there. But right across the board, every team, we're all still trying to build our body of depth in the club, first grade talent, because the competition has definitely suffered from depth across the board with everyone. The teams with the best development programs that stuck to it during those difficult times are the ones that have sort of come through to the top.
Looks like Nick Meaney is going to move to the centres, so Pappy's going to play at fullback. The one that they got to fit in Farlongo, Sua Farlongo, the little whiz who has had, one first-grade game before he plays for Samoa and just goes enormous at international level? Yeah,
now, unless he plays other positions, you would assume that Ryan Papenhuyzen will be the one. It'll be an interesting decision, in trying to keep this young man and get him enough football in first grade, how they balance that over a period of time with their roster, but every club has to make those decisions.
He might be an off-the-bencher.
Top club, well, he'd certainly be scared. He'd scare the hell out of you off the bench, but you're going to take Ryan Papenhuyzen off the field to put him on. That's the thing.
He might do the old put him on in the middle and let him buzz around trick.
Could do that. He's got to tackle him, though. Look, they'll be thereabouts.
Could you see them bottom part of the 8?
I think, that's where they've finished the last couple of years. I don't see premiership. I think that window's sort of closed for them, but certainly on the score of professionalism, coaching and talent and all that, they're going to be hard to beat whenever they play. They won't beat themselves. You're going to have to beat them.
If they get knocked around, could you see them not making the finals?
That's the same for any club. Depends who you say gets knocked around. I think all clubs are struggling, or all clubs are in the process of trying to build their body of depth. Remember, we've gone to 17 teams. There's a prospect we're going to have an 18th team. Peter V'landys is talking about 20 teams.
Doesn't make a comeback.
Managers and players are all eyeing off the opportunities that could be available in 12 months and 2 years' time, and it's a difficult time for the game. I've never seen the player market the way it is at the moment. I've never seen the lack of players available on contracts. Everyone's signing their players up for longer because we're still waiting for young talent to be developed. Our development systems went into hibernation for a couple of years. So there's a lot of factors. We might talk about it at another time, but the game has to really focus on its depth and its pathways and its investment in the future. And I think, people seeing the success at Panthers are now realising that everyone needs a system. Everyone needs a system that's going to produce talent over a long period of time.